Hey, everybody, and welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
SDA's not with us tonight. She's not feeling well. Instead, we have Weebo, the Lord of Paternal Grandparents. Say hi, Weebs.
Hi, Weebs.
How you doing tonight?
Paternal grandparents? What do you mean? Maternal?
No, it's your dad's.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
It's your dad's mom, right? The one I want to bang?
Yeah, it's my dad's mom. You don't want to my dad's mom.
Anyhow, I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey. And guys, I am in a lot of pain tonight. So if you hear me grunting, I'm not touching myself this time. How is everyone tonight?
I have been struck with advertisement fever.
Oh, yeah, you had a lot of them, didn't you?
Boy, am I infected. Yeah. I have 16 ads written. I don't know if you want me to read all 16 tonight, but I have 16 ready.
Oh, yeah, we'll judge it by ear. Real quick, guys, before we get started and get into silliness, there is a link to Poppy's GoFundMe to save her eye. I'm not going to go into what all that entails, but we're trying to save Poppy's eye here. There's a link for GoFundMe. If you're thinking about donating tonight, please consider donating there instead, because we love our Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
The pre-discussion of the stream, the part you guys don't get to talk or get to hear, Weebo's had a rough day. I've had a rough day. Scribble sat around writing all day.
Oh, poor Scribbles. He had the
hey, you don't knock it until you've had to go through it. That's all I gotta say.
I'm a college student. Writing is all that I do.
Woe is me. No, I want to tell you about my day, because the reason I'm in a lot of pain is because I overdid it today. Okay, I want to explain to you what overdid it means in my new reality. I helped carry groceries in from the car.
Oh,
I helped carry groceries upstairs, and I took out the trash.
Take out the papers and the trash.
That's it. That is all I did, and I'm ready to die right now.
Oh no!
I'm just whining, guys. Sorry.
Poor boy.
Yeah, I need your grandma to come take care of me.
My grandma would make you the best oxtail soup of your life, but that's about it. You're not getting anything else out of her.
Is that code for something?
That's how it starts.
No. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oxtail soup is a family recipe, and it's delicious. You actually just put a cow tail in there. You just let it be the broth. Delicious.
My favorite soup is Cocoa Pebbles, so I'll stick with that. Anyway, anything we need to get into before we get to the news?
Well, not my grandma.
What's that?
You said anything we need to get into, and I said preferably not my grandmother.
Well, no, that wouldn't be a we event. That would be weird if I brought you along.
Yeah, it would be.
Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies. Hit that like button if you have not already, and please share our stuff.
Share it far and wide. Yeah, so Weebo is with us tonight, but she's not going to be with us for the whole night. She has to. How early did you need to leave? 10 minutes?
Like 10 minutes before the end, because I have my own stream after this.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I got to set up for that.
All right.
So let's not delay. Let's make use of her while we have her. What's in the news?
What the hell does that mean?
Exactly.
Jesus. What you think it means. Right. Well, breaking news, everybody. Okay, I need a little bit more feedback, excitement. Breaking news, everybody.
Yay.
Breaking news.
You don't know if it's good news. Just you got to gasp a little bit. That's sort of. Never mind. Next time.
I like breaking news.
I'm clutching my pearls. You can't see it, but I am. Trust me.
All right. Well, White House official, this is where it's coming from, Peña Nieto calls off visit to White House after confrontational call with Trump. And who is Peña Nieto? That is the Mexican president, Enrique Peña Nieto. If I'm probably mispronouncing that.
Isn't Peña like Dick or something like that? Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
I don't speak Espanol. Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto has called off an official trip to Washington to meet with President Donald Trump after a tense phone call brought the two leaders to a policy-driven standstill. Nieto was planning the trip for earlier this month. Was planning the trip for either this month or early March, but a White House official confirmed to CNN on Saturday that the trip was put on hold following the phone call, which took place on February 20th. According to the Washington Post, which is the source of all of CNN's news, officials from both countries told the paper that the Mexican president, quote, called off the plan after Trump would not agree to publicly affirm Mexico's position that it would not fund construction of a border wall. A White House official told CNN that any meeting would be awkward and counterproductive given Trump's vow that Mexico would pay for the wall. The official said the call was less hostile than the one that occurred between the two leaders a year ago, but no more productive than that call either. At least one Mexican official who spoke to the Post on the condition of anonymity said Trump lost his temper. U.S. officials described the president as being frustrated and exasperated, saying Trump believed it was unreasonable for Nieto to expect him to back off his crowd-pleasing campaign promise of forcing Mexico to pay for the wall. So there you go. Now, international relations.
Is Mexico against the wall in general or just having to pay for it?
Both, maybe, but at least but certainly the paying part.
Thank you, Crypt. I was waiting for you to read your super chat. This is on my channel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
God damn. Thank you, Cryptic. Why do Mexicans always cross the border in twos? Because the sign says no trespassing. Well played. Well played.
Wah.
Yeah. Given how Mexico has treated people who cross their border illegally, I feel like they would be gung-ho for this.
Well, but yeah, I'm not paying for it completely. I mean, if it was some kind of shared thing, maybe. But Trump promised that Mexico would pay for it, full stop. So he has to follow through with that, I suppose. And Mexico says no. So what's Trump going to do? He can't force them to pay for it. I mean,
no, he can't.
Yeah, they were talking about. And I'm forgetting the exact details, was something to the effect of like raising tariffs on Mexico in order to like pay for it by proxy.
Fund it.
Yeah, to fund it.
Well, yeah, that's how it would have to be.
Probably.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? I just tell the Mexicans, it's all right. We got it. Build the wall. We'll be done. No big deal.
Yeah, but that would mean that Trump breaks his promise.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, true. I mean, but he could also come out and look, we tried to make this happen. It didn't work, but we still need the wall. I mean, he can save face here without being, yeah, the people who don't like him will go, you said Mexico pay for it. It's all right. You can survive that.
Was that Bill Clinton?
Could have been.
Yeah, he
can actually do a pretty good Bill Clinton, but.
Yeah, Trump could do that. Somehow I don't think his ego will allow him to. But we'll see, I suppose. Anyway, that was the breaking news before the stream started. The other news today, which is kind of something we'd been hoping to see for quite a while, the Democratic intelligence memo was released.
Oh, was it?
With redaction. So with redactions. The House Intelligence... Now, it's interesting that they released it on a Saturday of all times. Maybe because they don't want people to notice? I don't know. The House Intelligence Committee on Saturday released a Democratic memo in redacted form that seeks to undercut Republican claims of FBI surveillance abuses. The committee made the Democratic memo public after the White House signed off following negotiations between the FBI and the committee's top Democrat, Representative Adam Schiff of California, over what is in the document. Over what in the document should be redacted. Excuse me. Earlier this month, the White House objected to releasing the memo, saying that sensitive material had to be removed first. Schiff's memo was written to rebut a Republican memo that accuses the FBI of suppressing Democratic ties to an opposition research dossier on then-candidate Donald Trump and Russia used in the FISA warrant for former Trump campaign foreign policy advisor Carter Page. Jesus Christ. Whenever in years from now, when the book is written on this entire Russia investigation, it's going to be one sentence over the course of 700 pages by CNN.
Yes.
God damn it. The memo defended both the FBI and Justice Department's role in obtaining the FISA warrant, agencies that have been under fire from Republican critics who have also sought to discredit special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Quote, the Democratic response memo released today should be put should put to rest any concerns that the American people might have as to the conduct of the FBI, not after Parkland, but that's just my thought, the Justice Department and the FISA court. Schiff said in a statement, our extensive review of the initial FISA application and 3 subsequent renewals failed to uncover any evidence of illegal, unethical, or unprofessional behavior by law enforcement, and instead revealed that both the FBI and DOJ made extensive showings to justify all 4 requests. Tell me about the attorney's wife who worked for the opposition research company that funded the guy who turned the dossier over to the guy whose wife works for the opposition research company. Tell me about that part.
Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. Why can't you play Uno with a Mexican? They steal all the green cards.
Oh.
That's
The White House said in a statement that nothing in the Democratic memo counters Trump's statements that neither he nor his campaign colluded with Russia. Quote, while the Democrats' memorandum attempts to undercut the president politically, the president supported its release in the interest of transparency, the statement read. Nevertheless, this politically driven document fails to answer serious concerns raised by the majority's memorandum about the use of partisan opposition research from one candidate loaded with uncorroborated allegations as a basis to ask a court to approve surveillance of a former associate of another candidate at the height of a presidential campaign. I take it back. Trump's administration is going to write the book in one long fucking sentence. And then Trump's tweet, of course, said, Dem memo, FBI did not disclose who the clients were, the Clinton campaign, and the DNC. Wow. Yeah.
I haven't read this, so I can't comment on it too much, but I am very interested to see how exactly, because for the FISA warrant, I mean, when you had, what the hell's his name? McCabe?
Yes.
McCabe is the one who came out and said that without the dossier, they wouldn't have even tried for it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what your other evidence is. If that is that big of a chunk of it, then you are saying that that is what it rested on. So unless there's something else in there, this doesn't do anything to vindicate the FBI in this. And again, guys, this memo, neither memo, the dossier, none of this stuff clears Trump. None of it does. What it does do is call into question how the FBI is being used and how the FISA court is being used, which should scare the shit out of anybody who gives a fuck about the Fourth Amendment.
I give a fuck about the Fourth Amendment.
And also, neither memo is actually evidence of anything. It's basically just commentary on things that are said to be true. I mean, we haven't seen actual proof, save for these memos, which are basically just summaries. So, yeah, it doesn't vindicate Trump. It doesn't seemingly indict him on anything either, or show evidence of him actually doing anything wrong. It's just, it's smoke. It really is. I mean, the only way to know for sure is if they release all the information on the FISA warrant itself and the application, the communications therein, which they won't.
I would still like to see McCabe's full testimony, which isn't released as far as I know.
Yeah, I think that still was in a private session or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, guys, my problem with that original memo, if it's all true, and as far as I know, they're not saying none of it was true, just it's being interpreted wrong, is about how it was used.
Mm-hmm.
It does not vindicate Trump. It does not. It doesn't look good for the FBI. And then to come out maybe that's why they released it when they did, because this is not the week to come out and go, you know what, the FBI is not as incompetent as you might think.
Yeah, let's talk about FBI efficiency and competence on a week like this.
And I say that my uncle is a former state trooper who right now works with the FBI very closely. He helps train them. Mm-hmm. So I understand there's a lot of good agents out there who do their jobs very well, but there's a lot of fucktards apparently there too.
Yeah,
when I get to the FBI, I'll make sure it's all good and ready to deal with shenanigans.
Oh, good. We can blame you.
No, you won't blame me because there's not going to be anything to blame me for.
Yeah. Well, it's not.
She tried to pass on the report. She was too short to get it across the desk.
Fuck you.
Real quick, thank you, James O'Donnell. The donation without comment. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Let's see. I was going to say something, and then it has slipped my mind. So
I apologize. Super chat takes precedent.
I apologize. Let's see. One more from international news, just for the heck of it, I suppose.
Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. Asians with no A's, sin. I've seen that video. I'm just kidding. I do like Asian porn,
though. Let's see. So, the headline they had on their front page is different than the headline of the story itself. So maybe they'll go into what caught my eye in the story. But UN Security Council adopts Syria ceasefire resolution.
Oh.
Not long after the UN Security Council unanimously adopted a resolution calling for a 30-day ceasefire in Syria, regime military aircraft hit targets in the besieged Damascus suburb of eastern Ghouta, activists said Saturday night. Quote, warplanes carried out airstrikes targeting areas in the town of Shifonia, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, in eastern Ghouta, or Ghouta. The UK-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said without giving details on casualties or damage. There was no immediate mention of airstrikes on the state-run Syrian Arab news agency. CNN has not verified the occurrence and timing of the airstrikes. Earlier, after the ceasefire vote, Syrian UN Ambassador Bashar Ja'afari said the regime would continue to go after what it deemed terrorist groups. Quote, we practice a sovereign right of self-defense, and we will continue to fight terrorism wherever it is found on Syrian soil, he said, according to the state news agency. A truce would allow for the delivery of emergency aid and the evacuation of the wounded in some of Syria's hardest hit areas. Diplomats said Saturday's vote ended up being a bit of a showdown between Nikki Haley, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, and her Russian counterpart, Vasily Nebenzia, over the timing of a ceasefire. Moscow remains a staunch advocate for Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's regime. The diplomat said the United States fought to keep language in the resolution that called for an immediate start to the ceasefire and unfettered humanitarian access without delay. The Russians kept trying to water it down to delay implementation, the diplomat said. In the end, the Russians relented and the language on an immediate ceasefire and humanitarian access were retained. They said they are skeptical the Syrian regime will comply, but are hopeful the resolution could be a turning point. I think that part might have been written before the update of, oh, by the way, Syria just did airstrikes after a ceasefire declaration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens if they don't abide by this ceasefire?
Sanctions, UN action, I don't know.
Okay.
Bad things.
I'm just curious because
whatever the UN can do, I guess.
Can they do? Yeah, throw sanctions on them.
Yeah, and Russia will continue to support them regardless. So
yeah, so
I don't know.
Give them sanctions. Let's see how that works out.
The global politic. Well, that's all the stories I had queued up. So unless you guys know of anything else.
No.
Today was my lazy day, so I don't care about anything else except for coffee and homework.
Oh.
I read news today, but I couldn't tell you what the fuck I read.
It must have been not that important then.
Exactly. Yeah, it couldn't have been too important to me.
All right. Well, shall we go on to the MSS Nuz?
Oh yeah, you know what? We can't. The David Hogg.
Okay.
That's what this is kind of in reference to the title of this stream. Because I've seen a lot of people pushing to lower the voting age to 16.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Which is moronic. This guy, he's one of the kids. He's the one that was accused of being a crisis actor.
Right.
And he's all over. He's helping to push the boycott the NRA thing, and they targeted companies yesterday.
Was he the one on the town hall that was it jerk? Or are these two different kids?
I thought.
I can't tell.
I think those are two different kids.
Okay, all right.
Him and another one appeared on Fox News together. There were 5 kids.
Okay.
David is the more or the less well spoken of the two.
Right. Okay.
Stutters and be reminded of what he was saying. Anyway, he actually called for people to boycott Amazon today because Amazon uses FedEx and FedEx won't won't bow to his boycott the NRA shit.
What?
So he said what we should be doing is just using eBay because they use a government service, the USPS. Like, yeah, good luck with that one, dumbass. I'm all for, kids getting involved and learning stuff, but people, for fuck's sake, remember, these are children. They are dumb.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. They just do not have life experience. But I saw so much crap about people, you can't denigrate these kids. Yeah, look, having 17 of your friends killed 10 days ago does not make you a policy expert. You're fine to share your opinion on it. But right now they're being used as a tool, as something you cannot attack. And then they keep going out and saying dumb shit like we should boycott Amazon.
Yeah, no. When I was 16 and they had just begun to talk about elections and shit, my first thought was everyone should vote for Vermin Supreme because he's running every single election. You know who he is. He's
boot on his head. Yeah.
And who thinks everyone should get free dental and a free unicorn or something? Or free pony. A free pony. That guy. That was who I wanted to be my president at 16. Do not give 16-year-olds the power to vote people into office. It's a bad idea.
When I was 16, I was convincing girls to let me put in just the tip. That is a God's honest true story.
When I was 17, it was a very good year. Oh, sorry.
I'm not saying kids are absolutely dumb, but there's a reason we don't let them vote, and this idea that we should is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say on that.
Drive right.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't let them we don't let them drink. That's a thing. We don't let them go off to war until 18, right?
Yeah.
At least. Yeah.
All of this stuff, like if you want to change it that age to 16, where they become like an adult enough to vote for people into office, you got to give them all these other responsibilities at the same exact time. And that is going to be overwhelming, to say the least.
Thank you again, Jim O'Donnell. Donation without comment. Thank you. But he does have a comment underneath that. 50% of voters last time voted for an old, white, angry drunk that Secret Service despises and who has a string of dead bodies floating in her prestigious wake. What harm can kids voting really do? Well, for the record, chances are there's a very old saying, and you'll hear it in different ways, but it basically boils down to, if you're not a liberal when you're young, you have no heart. If you're not a conservative when you're old, you have no brain. It is very easy to manipulate children. And yes, at 16, you still are a child because you don't have life experience or a fully functioning brain yet, a fully formed brain. Let's use the right terming. So it is very easy.
Until you're 25, I thought.
Yeah,
20,
that's
23, 25, somewhere in there. Yeah.
And give or take, it's different for everybody, but I know it's mid-20s or mid-early 20s.
So yeah, I mean, there's a reason, and I've said this many times. There's a reason the Liberal Party and especially your radical liberals target college-age students, and it's because they are that is the lowest age group that they can actually affect voters in.
Yeah.
That is why the social justice movement puts so much emphasis on college. It wasn't by accident, guys. There's a reason for it. But yeah, this is a great question, Dustin. If they can vote, can we put them on juries? That could be fun.
Oh boy.
I say if we're going to lower it to 16, we should just go all the way down to 5.
So
how many woke kids have you read about on Twitter that were 5 or 6 years old who, crawled up in their mom's lap and explained deep philosophical things to them about Donald Trump?
Oh, so many woke 5-year-olds.
5-year-olds is woke as fuck. They should be voting.
I knew things were bad when my 9-year-old asked me, would Donald Trump let my friends into the country?
Jesus.
Yes.
No 9-year-old on the planet has said that. Shut up. Twitter.
Not without coaching, at least.
Exactly. No, of course. 6-year-olds will say anything. They are easily manipulatable. Trust me, I know this. I was 6 once, and I had a very manipulative mother. So,
you know, if we let 5 and 6-year-olds vote, I cannot wait for President Peppa Pig.
We need President Peppa. Peppa's a bitch, and she will not take your shit. That's who we need. We need President Peppa. Hashtag President Peppa.
I hear people talk about Peppa Pig a lot, and I'm not entirely sure what a Peppa Pig is.
Peppa Pig is an English cartoon, and by English I mean British.
Ew.
Ew.
With this little bitch of a pig, who has her little brother George and her mom and her dad, and they're mean as fuck to her dad. And she has all these little animal friends, and it is just the most ridiculous show you've ever watched. Little Butt loves it, and I've come to love it just from watching it with her. But it's fucking stupid. They love jumping up and down in muddy puddles. That's their favorite pastime. It's awesome. Thank you, Cryptic. Today I had a white liberal call me a racist for saying Obama was an idiot and that CNN was propaganda. Old people are just as bad. You know what? Yes.
Cryptic. The best way to go about that is to ask them to explain why it is that they think that you're racist, and then watch them crumble.
You can't account for every dumbass in the country, but what you can do is not let children vote when you know. And this goes for kids who would agree with me. I don't trust anyone under 16 to have a fully formed opinion based on life experience. I know so many people, both conservative and liberal, who, if you saw them at 16, you know, they'd be like a diehard liberal or a diehard conservative, and now they are the exact opposite. And whether I agree with how they've changed or not, at least it's based on, you know, their time in the real world. It's not based on my mommy said, which is where most of that comes from. Let's be honest. Anyhow, MSS News. I'm sorry. Guys, if you want us to read an article, hit us up at hashtag MSS News on Twitter. We can't promise to get to them all, but we do our best. So, Scribbles, what do we have up on MSS News today?
Well, we have one from Jack the motherfucking Cockring.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a story from the Telegraph. I don't know if it's local or European, but I guess we'll find out. Teacher accused of misgendering child was told by police that she committed a hate crime.
Oh, fuck off.
A teacher who was accused of misgendering a child was told by police that she committed a hate crime. The teacher, who claimed they were a grammatical purist, refused to acknowledge that the pupil self-identified as a boy and failed to use the pupil's preferred pronouns of he or him.
Hang on. So the teacher was a grammatical purist. You know, there's a word for that we use on the internet. They're called grammar Nazis.
What are you talking about?
In this sense, what they meant was that since it is a girl, they refuse to call it a boy.
Yeah. It comes
Using
after
language properly.
It comes after warnings that schools are sowing confusion in children's minds by over-promoting transgender issues, and that children are being encouraged to unlearn the difference between boys and girls. Susie Green, CEO of Mermaids, a charity which supports transgender children and their families, told how the teacher had laughed in the child's face, I doubt that, and said, quote, "If you don't want to be called a girl, then don't look like one," unquote. Oh, if true.
Burn.
I want to know what the age of this kid was, but it doesn't say so far. She said that the teacher and the school's management ignored 3 months of pleas from the transgender child and their parents and dismissed their requests until she was informed by police that her actions constituted a hate crime. Quote, "The parents and the young person communicated to the teacher directly that they were misgendering, that this was not appropriate, and that they needed to change the way they were addressing the child," Miss Green said. "If someone makes a mistake, that's fine, but this was not a mistake. It was deliberate and consistent. The actual comment from the teacher was that they are a grammatical purist." She said the child was so distressed by the teacher's actions that their mental health suffered, and they took 2 weeks off school with anxiety and depression.
Oh, blow me.
How old was this person? I want to know at least the grade range. They don't even say that.
What if this child, honestly, seriously, if this child insisted they were a fire engine?
Yeah.
I'm a fire engine. Monkey,
No.
refer to me by my like legit pronouns. It's weeo 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 weeo.
Weeo.
Yep.
Weebo Jones.
Weebo Jones.
Weebo
It's
Jones.
Weebo Jones.
Weebo Jones. Okay, well, enough of that one.
Well, this is something that has always bothered me about this, and I've had this argument so many times. One, unless, how do I want to put this? For the most part, I'm going to refer to you as your sex, not your gender pronoun. Fuck you. I use sex pronouns.
Sex pronouns.
And you can't change your sex. Fuck off. But seriously, if somebody comes to you and and they honest to God believe that they are a fire engine, a cat, we've seen people with this, or, you know, something other than, well, I'm a boy when you're actually a girl. We call it a fucking mental illness, and nobody, excuse me, nobody's expected to play along with that. Now, I'm not saying you can't, you know, play to people's delusions if you want to, but I do not understand why in these cases it's like, no, they actually are this, and it's a hate crime if you don't play. That's fucking stupid. Stepping off my soapbox now.
And I'm trying to figure out where this took place. I assume, okay, it's Britain, I'm assuming, because they're talking about Oxford and things, but they're not saying what grade range we're talking about. Like, was it an elementary school? Was it a high school? It sounds, when they say a child, I assume it's somewhere in between first and like 9th grade, somewhere in there.
But I will say,
okay.
what I will say is I believe this person should be voting. Yes.
I was going to say something, but then I lost my train of thought. Stop doing that, Monkey. Please stop.
Well, I'm worked up today because I'm hopped up on drugs and I'm in pain, so I got shit to say.
I've never been hopped up on drugs in my life, but I'm high on life, boy.
I identify as an Amazon gift card because then everyone will want me.
Aww.
Anyway, next one comes from Draconic 13. Draconic or Dragonic.
Is this one going to piss me off too? Do I need to take a drink so my throat's ready?
Probably.
All right, let's go.
Let's see. This is from Milo Yiannopoulos' website. Ooh.
I actually like that site.
A Manitoba man has been set free after being found not criminally responsible by for decapitating and cannibalizing a passenger during a Greyhound bus ride.
I'm sorry. What?
Repeat that one, will ya?
Will Baker, also known as Vince Lee, was granted an absolute discharge by Manitoba's Criminal Code Review Board last Friday. The surprising decision lets Baker walk free without any requirement to be monitored by authorities. In 2008, Baker murdered a 22-year-old carnival worker seemingly at random during a ride on a Greyhound bus. The Chinese immigrant suffers from schizophrenia, leading him to be found the following year, quote, not criminally responsible due to mental illness. Attorney Mary Goska made the case that Baker may still be a danger to the public if he is off of his prescribed medication. Quote, we should not lose sight of what occurred because it does speak to the threat, pleaded Goska. It's clear that he can be a danger in certain circumstances. Yeah, sitting on a bus next to someone, tearing off their head and eating them.
That takes some dedication, I gotta say. Do you know how hard it is to rip a skull off of a body?
How the hell did nobody see this?
Well, they saw it, but it was just like people were I don't know. I mean, I remember this story. I don't remember exactly how it went down or how many people were on the bus at the time, kind of thing.
Okay, so he was found to be crazy and they let him go?
Let him go without any monitoring. He's just done.
All right, you know what? I understand the whole insanity thing. They used it with Hinckley, but you still lock that person up for a while. Just because they're insane, you don't like, oh, he'll be better in a year. This motherfucker ate someone's face on a bus.
Let's see. Oh, here's the details. In 2008, Baker believed he heard the voice of God tell him to kill the 22-year-old Tim McLean, or he would die immediately. After McLean sat beside him on the bus and asked how he was doing. Baker decided to mutilate McLean as passengers fled from the bus. He emerged from the Greyhound and presented the man's decapitated head for a crowd of horrified onlookers.
Jesus.
So, in 10 years, he is now completely sane and no longer a danger, and we're not going to even keep an eye on him. Okay.
Here's the thing. Even with meds, if you forget to take them, like, even once, you run the risk of having something like this happen again. Do you want to run that risk, honestly, if it's that bad that he ripped someone's head off of their shoulders? Do not let him out.
Okay. The perpetrator was Chinese, right?
He was a Chinese immigrant. It doesn't say doesn't say legal or otherwise, but yeah.
We're talking about an Asian.
Yes.
And everybody ran from him.
Yes, when he started to take the guy's head off, I assume he had a knife or something.
All right.
I don't think the article says, but I'm assuming so. Or otherwise, I don't think he could physically rip the man's head off with his bare hands.
I just can't imagine running from an Asian.
Well, I don't know.
Crazy people can do crazy things, man. You don't know.
They weigh like 50 pounds soaking wet.
And there have been mothers who've lifted cars. Your point?
I'm still saying you hit him once, he falls down. At the very least, you can have an open casket. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see. This one comes from Fussy Notions. Fussy Notions.
Cool.
Dutch Party Center banned.
Sorry, thank you, Cryptic. The hell, monkey?
That wasn't okay. That was a statement.
So, Cryptic, you can rip somebody's head off with your bare hands. Is that what you want to counterpoint with? You've done it?
Come on, Cryptic.
Hey, you can be dedicated enough to do anything that you put your mind to, even if it is removing someone from their mind.
Or removing their mind from someone else. Dutch Party Center bans kids' cowboy party because, quote, it's racist.
A cowboy party is racist?
After complaints of leftist activists, Dutch Party Center Tivoli Vredenburg in Utrecht, okay, sorry, Netherlands, I don't know, will no longer organize Wild West parties for children, their spokesman said. The far-left action group De Grauw EU, I don't know what that means, filed a police report against the organization behind the festival. According to them, the feast for children between 2 and 12 years old uses racist stereotypes. Quote, cowboys are responsible for the genocide on America's native inhabitants.
No,
they weren't.
Hang on.
Disease was.
We're not the reason for the genocide. If you want to attribute it to a group of people, let's go, like, what was it, American soldiers? Not cowboys. Cowboys herded cattle. They're not responsible for any genocide.
Oh, people are having some fun with the Asian stuff in chat. Sorry, Cryptic. Yeah, well, cowboys weren't. Oh, God. See, these are people who've fallen for stereotypes of cowboys and Indians.
Weeby.
Never mind. People are dumb.
Let's see. Cowboys are responsible for the genocide on America's native inhabitants. The protest group said. Migrant activist Anusha Nuzeme later joined them in their acquisitions. Maybe they mean accusations. I don't know, maybe this is translated or something. And threatened to boycott another festival at the same location. Nuzeme reported on her Facebook that the management of the party center, quote, have admitted their terrible mistake, learned from it, and won't organize festivities like this in the future. Oh, good. Killing fun.
I love it when people don't understand history or don't know their history, but they think they do, and they make themselves look like stupid peoples.
Yeah, all Dutch people wear wooden shoes and live in windmills.
Why you got to ruin kids' fun because you're a jackass?
Yeah, it's racist.
How dare you?
Let's see.
That's why I was glad to see that Federal Express didn't back down to that one dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Nah, fuck you, man."
Oh, here. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say exactly.
I actually saw this video. I can't show the video, obviously, but I'll read the story. This comes from Aries Draconic. This time it is Draconic. And I know somebody else sent it too, but I can't remember who. Oklahoma mother-daughter duo shoot would-be robber in their liquor store.
What?
Now, I watched this video earlier today before I saw any story about it, and it's fucking crazy. So I'll describe in rough terms what happens. You've got a liquor store. You have two women behind the counter. The video kind of starts with the guy already sort of back behind the counter, and he's robbing the place. And the daughter, the younger one, is sort of standing back with her hands up and just like, I'm not going to do anything. And he's sort of rifling through stuff. And then he steps around the other side to grab something else or whatever. Then both mother and daughter dive for behind the counter. Each grab a gun that they have hidden there. The guy comes back around to the other side of the counter, and the mom shoots him in the fucking chest.
Fuck yeah.
Now, the only problem is she didn't keep shooting. So he's running around the place as they're trading bullets back and forth. I think he gets shot like 2 or 3 times. Let me read the story now. A mother and daughter took matters into their own hands and shot a would-be robber at their liquor store in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Police said the man was armed with a shotgun and demanded money. When he walked away, one of the women reached for a handgun under the counter and shot the suspect. The man managed to grab the mother, and that's when the daughter shot him again. He was taken to a hospital in critical condition. One of the women was injured, but is expected to recover. As far as I know, even though he was shot at least 2 times, I think probably more, he's still alive. Last I heard. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but you see him like stumbling around and falling over and his hands covered in blood. And he's just, I'm surprised he lived, honestly. But anyway.
Real quick, thank you, Ace Phoenix. All the jokes in chat will lead to @Cryptic wanting reparations. Sorry, Cryptic.
Reparations. Okay.
And guys, I do appreciate the donations, but don't forget we do have the GoFundMe going on for Poppy to save Poppy's eye. She needs some serious help with that. So if you do want to donate, please consider donating there. Link is in the description. Yeah, good on them for shooting this fucker.
How many more you want me to do, Monkey?
What time we got? Let's do a couple more.
Okay. Got another super chat.
Thank you, James Colley. Just gonna say, try that shit in Texas. Yeah. Hate Camel said, I think it was Hate Camel said that this guy's robbed like 15 stores or something before this finally happened.
Just desserts then?
Yeah, fuck him. I'm glad he got shot.
Let's see.
I know we're not supposed to say that, but I'm glad he got shot.
It's okay. I support your right to speak whatever it is that you want.
Mr. Baker says I want reparations for being muted by SDA. I have nothing to do with who she mutes, dude. Gotta take that up with her.
Okay, this one comes from Shiogorath, and I think this is something that Monkey commented on Twitter earlier today. Best-selling author confuses neighbor's Norwegian flag for a Confederate one.
Yes, dumb motherfucker.
I knew that was going to happen eventually.
A news tip earlier this week that reported a Confederate flag flying beneath an American flag in the Greenwood neighborhood of Seattle, Washington, was discovered to be a mistake because the red and blue striped flag was actually a Norwegian flag. The Seattle Times received the following tip from New York Times best-selling author Rebecca Morris after she believed that she saw a Confederate flag flying in her neighborhood, as though that's something you should be warning about, I guess.
I just like that for a second you said Confederate fag.
Did I?
Did everybody catch that? Yeah. You had to clear
I thought I said flag. I'm sorry.
Well, you stopped and corrected it, but at first you said Confederate flag.
No.
Like,
Okay.
Yes. Anyway.
Quote, "Hi, suddenly there is a Confederate flag flying in front of a house in my Greenwood neighborhood. It is at the northeast corner of 90, blah, blah. I thought for a second there, I thought it said 92nd and Palpatine. It's Palatine. I was like, Palpatine? Great. I want to live on Palpatine Street. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah.
My favorite part of this article is the end.
Yeah, I would love to know what this means, but of course I don't want to knock on their door. Maybe others in the area are flying the flag. Maybe it's a story. Thank you. This is a New York Times best-selling. What is she? I wonder what she writes. However, a more thorough examination revealed that it was actually a Norwegian flag that was flying at the house of Daryl Norman Strangeland. Strangeland. That's a great. So Strangeland was the name of a movie with Dee Schneider in it. It was a really weird horror movie, but that's a long time ago. Who raised it at the start of this year's Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea, as an homage to his Norwegian-American background. His parents emigrated to the States in the mid-1950s. When Morris found out that she had mistaken the flags, she pointed to the current political climate as a possible reason for her mix-up. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, the political climate is the reason for the mix-up and not
the
dumb bitch.
So the political climate is sort of like humidity, and it made the air real fuzzy, and that's what sort of obstructed her vision as she saw a Norwegian flag as a Confederate flag. Oh, okay. Quote, maybe that's the story, she told Seattle Times. We're so stressed by all things political that we see things that aren't there.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that notion. Not in the realm of the temporal plane, however.
Real quick, thank you. The next 6 minutes. This cup of coffee is on me, Monkey. Thank you so much. I don't drink coffee, but I will have a hot chocolate on you.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah, I love that. Maybe the story here is that the story here is that you're a fucking idiot. That's the story. How, in this day and age, can any American not know what the Confederate battle flag looks like?
Yeah, when there's stars on it. I mean, if nothing else, you would think, there aren't any stars on that flag.
Yeah.
I've never watched the Dukes of Hazzard, but somehow there's no stars on that flag. I don't get it.
They have doxed this person now. They've literally given out their address in this story.
Yeah.
Over a fucking Norwegian flag to, pay homage to his ancestry.
Damn.
But this cunt, it's very much like when what the hell's that stupid bitch's name? Help me out here. Silverman. Sarah Silverman saw the swastikas on the ground. Do you guys remember that? And it was actually it's a painting that they do when they're doing gas line work or something like that.
Yeah.
No, we just have a lot of really fucking stupid people who need to learn to shut the hell up because they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, no, but they're looking for signs and portents. They're looking for reasons to be offended.
Yeah.
They're so queued up on seeing that which is evil, or they perceive it to be, that they'll see it. They'll see secret messages in someone's tie pattern, for God's sakes. One more, or do you want me to stop now?
Let's do one more. See if I can freak out about another story real quick.
Okay, this one comes from Jack the motherfucking Cockring, and it reads, this is sort of a blog post, I guess. I'll read a little bit of it at least. I've cheated on every guy I've ever dated, and I don't feel even a little bit sorry.
What about itchy? Do you feel itchy?
Note to everybody listening, when I read this girl's name, don't this girl.
Hello?
Hey, Scribe, you're roboting.
Oh, is that him? Okay, good. Sorry, guys. We're losing Scribbles. Scribbles. Scribe.
And
Scribbles.
There we go. He'll be right back, guys. So, hey, Satsu, I see you in chat there. Don't forget, guys, after this, me and Satsu will be playing 7 Days to Die. Speaking of dying, I died last night after a successful horde night. I died to stupidity. Yay. And then I broke my leg. So, hey, are you back? Are you with us?
My internet completely dropped out for a second there. I'm hoping and there it goes again. Am I roboting again?
You're good for the moment.
Okay, I don't know why it's shaky, but I'll stay on as long as I can.
Cool. We lost you right after the headline.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've cheated on every guy I've ever dated, and I don't feel even a little bit sorry. And this is by Caroline Finney. And again, I'm assuming that this is a real article. It's from something called babe.net. I've heard that before somewhere.
Babe.net is the place that gave us the Aziz Ansari story.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it reads like a blog post, so I won't read the whole thing, but I'll get through a couple of paragraphs just for the flavor of it. I'm a love addict. I spend hours scrolling through the New York Times modern love section. I think you're more like a dick addict, because if it was love addict, you wouldn't be cheating on people. That's just me. Scrolling through the New York Times Modern Love section or The Cut's Sex Diaries. I go on about a date a week and spend the rest of my time watching other people's love stories unfold on Netflix. While some might tell you the key to romantic satisfaction is sleeping with at least 25 people before settling down, I've never heard that before.
Oh, you haven't? We actually covered that in the story one time.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't like people that much, so that would not be fun.
It's a lot of dick.
Well, some people do that.
I have a lot of dick already.
Yeah, 41 feet. Well, some people do that. I have a very different approach. When I talk about my future with my friends, it always includes marriage and children. But I've also cheated on every person I've ever been with.
Well.
So you're untrustworthy and a liar. Okay. If you've agreed to a monogamous relationship, it's written into the framework that you won't stray physically or emotionally. But here's the thing. You're better off doing it anyway.
What?
Okay. The next section heading reads, it's easier to get away with than you think. What, lying to someone and telling them otherwise? Yeah, it is easy to get away with when they trust you.
Jesus.
Holy
you know, a simple conversation could like wipe this entire whole thing off the issue board. I mean, because like we do know that people are engaging in polyamorous relationships nowadays, or polysexual, I don't know, whatever the fuck. So maybe if she found someone who was also into that kind of thing, she wouldn't have to write such a stupid fucking article.
People don't refrain from cheating because they're happy with their partners. They refrain from cheating because they're afraid of being caught.
No.
Says you.
No. I don't cheat on my partner because I am happy with her. And if I got caught with some nasty skank for 5 minutes, it would ruin my fucking life.
Exactly.
I like my life, bitch.
And perhaps a few of the guys I cheated on knew, but they stayed with me anyway. As for the rest, it was easy enough to hide. Say you're going out with friends. Tell them you're spending a weekend at home or away. Tell the person you're cheating with that you don't want to attend social functions, and then change their name in your phone to a girl's or guy's, depending on which way you swing. Best case scenario, tell the person you're cheating with that you're taken. I doubt they'll have issues keeping it discreet. So you're a liar.
I don't respect that type of behavior, honestly. I mean, like, if you're gonna do it, own up to it, tell the person, but don't fucking lie to them.
I'm really curious to know if anyone that she ever gets into a relationship where she actually, like, she's done her 25, let's say, now she wants to settle down. If anyone knew about this blog post when they started dating her towards that end, would they stay with her?
Probably not. I hope not.
Let's see. If you're worried about them seeing you on Tinder, don't be. Ask them why they were on it in the first place. And if a friend sees you, say your account is old. And they have a picture of her Tinder profile. Yeah. And underneath it says, not looking for anything serious. She's 23. Oh, 23. Her brain is only just finalizing itself. Okay. It keeps the one you're dating interested. What? There's no easier way to get bored of someone than by dating them.
Wait. How many relationships has she been in or admitted to being in?
She hasn't given a number yet. She gave the thing about the 25 people as the... Some might tell you that, but she has a very different approach. She just dates people and cheats on them at the same time. So who knows?
She doesn't put a limit on her dick.
There's no easier way to get bored of someone than by dating them. And nobody wants to date someone who doesn't have their own life. Seriously, dating someone is similar to moving in. You can't just unmove in with someone you're seeing. You're either going to spend the rest of your lives together or you're going to split. Those are literally the only two options. With decades of time ahead of you, why rush into pushing other people out? I hope and assume you know this by now, but guys want whoever is least interested in them.
What? No.
What?
Okay. There is an attraction to the idea of she's out of my league kind of thing to a certain extent. You know, wooing someone that is above your station can seem like an accomplishment to some guys, but ultimately, unless you're a complete cuck, you want the person to be interested in you too.
There's the chase, and yeah, that's fine. But
yeah,
part of the chase is that she is interested in you. She just won't give in.
Exactly.
she's repulsed by you. What the fuck is this nasty? Okay, I'm sorry. I think syphilis has gotten into her brain. I'm just judging by what she's told us. Anyway, unless you want to go on, we can move on from this one. We can bring this back up later, but
it's almost over. But yeah, I'm done with it. It's fine.
Because fuck this nasty bitch. Don't lie to people.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you are going to have that kind of a relationship with these people or whatever, like, maybe have that conversation, but don't fucking lie. That's a no bueno.
You know, it's different if this is just something. Things happen, fine, but when you start off with the idea that, you know what, I'm gonna fuck around on this person anyway, then don't date. Don't make it exclusive. You don't have to do that.
Don't make them believe that there's any monogamy. Just don't.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
I mean, if you're cheating on them, then at least one of you believes that the relationship you started off with is something more serious than just a casual thing. And if it's always the other person, you're the villain. I don't know what else to tell you. This girl is an absolute disaster waiting to happen, and already has happened. I wonder how many hearts she's destroyed.
I wonder how many crotches she's destroyed.
Well, besides her own? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I wonder how many STDs she has.
Yeah, that's going to itch.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Sassy Shelley says, is she even hot? Well, I'll say, if I had no other reference for what this person was like by their character, I'd say she looks relatively attractive on a physical level. Outside of that, I'm also a dirty old man and she's 23. But outside from that, she's already horrendous. Just because knowing this much about her tells me no.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would not put my dick in.
Yeah. Anyway, YouTube time.
YouTube time. Normally I make SDA go first, but she's not here. So Weebs. As a resident vagina holder.
No, 41-foot dick.
43-foot dick. Get it right.
Whoa. You grew 2 more feet? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nothing necessarily today. I did have a stream yesterday. It was kind of a heavy stream. I got asked a question about religion on Instagram. In my, I don't know, what do you call them, DMs on Instagram? I don't know.
I don't use Instagram.
I barely use Instagram. But I got asked a few questions about it, and it kind of had to go into the deeper topic of my parents and how their marriage fell apart and my early life leading up to this point. So it was a heavy stream. So if you want to get into the meat and potatoes of Weebo and her early life and all of her trauma and shenanigans, there's that. It'll be up for a few more days, but then I'm going to take it down.
I watched most of that. That was pretty good, actually.
Well, thank you. Me and my incoherent ramblings apparently was pretty good. There you go. But I have a video coming out tomorrow. Hopefully early, but if not, it'll probably be a little bit later in the day. It's a collab with Hey Dude 77, so hopefully he gets his part of the video to me before I post it and go to bed.
You just say that you would get it out hopefully in the morning, but if not, it would come out later.
Yes.
Isn't that kind of a given? I mean, hopefully in the morning implies that if not in the morning, you do it later.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to help you be more efficient Englishly.
Okay. Thank you. And then I did email the Radio 1 guy who was very intent on debating me but had to cancel at the last minute last week. We are going to be debating hopefully this coming next Sunday. So not this Sunday, it's next Sunday. Sunday. He hasn't given me a time yet, even though I emailed him about it yesterday. Immediately after he emailed me back and confirmed. So we'll actually see if he does it this time. If not, then he's going in the comment video where I go through all of my comments, or most of the most interesting comments from my Nefertiti video, and be snarky little bitch.
Cool. I enjoy snarky. And I love when you snort. Do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Weebo's meat and potatoes. Well, we know what she's talking about there, Trap. Scribbles, you have ads to do, so I'm going to go next. I didn't do anything today, But I did mention on Twitter, and I have to say it here because this really blew my mind. In my last video, the one on whatever the hell I was, the California Assemblywoman, I made a joke about listen and believe led to Barack Obama being made president. And for me, it was just a throwaway joke. It is amazing how many people got butthurt over that joke. I've never had that many people get upset about a joke before. And like, wow.
Well, now you know what it's like to, exist in my shoes, Monkey.
Well, I make a lot of stupid jokes and people generally just go with it. Or yeah, one person told me that that joke ruined everything else I said. I'm like, really? Really? People need to learn to laugh more. Even if it's something you like, come on. I made a joke on Twitter today and I'm really waiting to see how Andy handles it.
I saw that.
I couldn't help myself. Andy's stream today is about autistic people. They have a social worker on there. And my comment was simply that, look, now they actually have a subject that gives JF a bigger boner than white nationalism. And that was the nicest joke I could come to think of, but that's funny. So I'm waiting to see how Andy takes that one, but you got to learn to laugh at yourself as well as other people. If you can only laugh at other people, you're a dick. That's all I'm saying. Learn to laugh, people. Speaking of laughing, Scribbles, I hear you have some ads for us.
I'm excited for this.
God. All right. Well, first, I am working on a video. I recorded the audio today and I started the assembly. I kind of got mentally tuckered out, let's say, because I woke up at 4 a.m.-ish or something and immediately started working on ads. I mean, actually, I was working on the ads before I even got out of bed because when I woke up, I kind of laid in bed there for a minute and thought over some of the ads that I didn't remember from the night before. And I came up with like 5 or 6 product names before I even had an ad, thinking like, what would I call that? And then so I already had starts on 6 or so when I got up. Anyway, that's all shorthand for saying I take this seriously, guys. even if the end result is anything but. So, with all that being said, let us begin. Do you want me to do all of them, Monkey, or just do them until you're sick of hearing my voice?
I'm good with all of them if you want to go through them.
All right. Now, I will preamble this by... Go ahead.
I can interrupt you throughout if you want to break it up some, but...
No, it's fine. I have to preamble this by saying there are 2 ads outstanding, and for very good reason. One was the Terry Diamantis bounty ad to the biggest donor from last night. That goes to James Colley. So James Colley, not right now, I'm going to miss it, but at chat time, post your ad idea that you want me to do, and I'll have that ready by Monday. The other exception was one from, and this is a new time donator, so I don't know him that well at all. Robert Chalk. I need to, if anybody knows how to contact Robert, I need to talk to him real quick about his ad proposal before I do it again. So if he's in the chat, post something at chat time. If he's not in the chat and somebody knows how to contact him otherwise, tweet it to me or something. So anyway, I'll hold that in reserve until I can touch base with him. But anyway, so 16 of the 18 ads are done, and here we go. New from best-selling author Andy McDermott comes another world-spanning tale of adventure and intrigue. Having leveraged her fame into hosting her own television documentary show, Nina Wilde is sifting through the sands of Jerusalem, exploring the ruins beneath Temple Mount. And it is there that she uncovers a previously unknown chamber, and within it, a map to a secret city built by King Solomon himself. Tracing the clues to the jungles of the Congo, Nina heads to Africa. But back in England, her husband, ex-SAS commando Eddie Chase, fears for Nina's safety, as he has his own ghosts from the past that still haunt those same jungles. Dangerous locales, a hidden city, and a secret power that may be better off lost to time. Nina Wilde and Eddie Chase are back in King Solomon's Curse, now available from Mr. Baker Publishing.
Ever see Alan Quatermain in King Solomon's Mine?
A long time ago. Was that Richard Chamberlain?
Yes, the knockoff Indiana Jones movies.
Yes.
It had Darth Vader as a very stereotypical black African today. Anyway, just breaking things up by adding commentary. Good ad, good ad.
Speaking of which, am I breaking up? Because you were a little bit
didn't.
there.
Neither of you were breaking up for me. But
Okay. All right. Let's see. Get ready to be smacked on the head because we're counting them down on Chat Boppin' USA. Each weekday afternoon, join your grooviest of groovesters, Sweeper Steven, as he leads the cavalcade of Turtle Cave dwelling dancers on a trip through chat's greatest hits. From 300-second timeouts to total bans, Chat Boppin' USA is sure to keep you singing along to the tune of Lemmings taking a nosedive. So join Sweeper Steven 5 days a week, because there's no stopping the boppin'.
Well done.
beautiful.
All right. Guys, after a mighty wank, do you find yourself with a bit of a grumbly in your tumbly? Well, don't let the girls have all the fun with their rub grubs. You need the Jerky Turkey, the all-new food ordering fleshlight from Corey Suzuki Corporation. Once you've shot your load into the Jerky Turkey, a button on the side will be activated, giving you the option to have a butterball turkey delivered immediately to your door. Then you can tryptophan the night away in the warm afterglow of an excellent ejaculation. The Jerky Turkey from Corey Suzuki Corporation. Also try the Beat and Eat, the BDSM paddle that calls for dinner.
The Beat and Eat. Oh my God.
See, I came with two names for it, either the Jerky Turkey or the Beat and Eat. And Jerky Turkey came across more funny to me, but I saved the Beat and Eat for a supplementary thing.
Real quick, I made a joke in chat there. Guys, Weebo's Twitter handle is not Monkey Bang's grandma. That was a joke. Sorry.
It's
Sorry
at
for the
Weebo
confusion.
Jones. But right now, the actual name right there in the Twitter thing, it says Weebo.
All right. Thousands of years ago, a giant meteorite made of pure Vibe magazine fell to Earth, burying itself in the remote nation of Wakanda. Now, in the current year, it is total war. Get ready for versus as the Ugandan and Wakandan Knuckles tribes wage bloody battle for the power of Vibe magazine. Starring Samuel L. Jackson as the Wakandan king, James Earl Jones as the Ugandan king, Forrest Whitaker as the holy man who will die in the second act, and Weebo Jones as the fake queen. Prepare to spit, 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 and claw, 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 as Snubbert 13 Productions brings you Knuckle Duster.
Nice.
Fake queen, Scribe?
The fake queen.
You did fake queen, yes.
The fake queen.
Fucking real queen. It says so in my Discord. Trust me, I know.
Well, no, SDA is the true queen. Yeah. Okay, so now here's the first of, I think, at least 3 of these types of ads. All right, they only get worse from here, guys. From the studio that brought you Lords of the Night versus Social Justice, Dawn of the Tongue Butter, comes the outrageous romantic comedy that no one ever asked for. Ranting Monkey is just your normal, middle-aged pussy hound who needed a job. Weebo Jones is the head nurse at the Sunnyside Rest Home for vulnerable old ladies. After getting a gander of Sunnyside's clientele doing shuffleboard, Monkey has a hankering for some antique ass. But what lengths will he go to get it? Get ready for some summer-winter hijinks as Ranting Monkey tries to connive his way into the Sunnyside Rest Home as an orderly to try to commit some disorderly conduct. Will Nurse Weebo be able to stop him? Find out as Snubber 13 Studios presents Retirement Bone.
It would be pretty easy to stop Monkey, let's be real. All I gotta do is push him down the stairs.
Oh,
Are you talking about
his one weakness?
talking about beating up a cripple, y'all?
It's okay.
All right.
I'm a midget, so we're even.
Oh, God.
You're a midget,
All
so
right.
we're not even.
All right. Here we go. Point Curation Home Products is proud to present the most pleasant place to relax ever created, the Cuddles Couch. Made with the latest in memory foam technology and the smiles of cute puppy dogs, the Cuddles Couch will hug your body no matter what position you take, giving you that warm, comfy feeling of home every time you sit down. The Cuddles Couch by Point Curation, because everyone deserves to have their butt hugged by expensive furniture.
I like butt hugs.
Following that with this. Posted to Craigslist. I have a futon for sale. Shitty condition. Yellow and brown stains on the mattress. Don't ask and I won't tell. Comes with a leopard print futon cover made of fake leather. Has a habit of folding up or flattening out on its own. There's also a used needle lost somewhere inside the mattress for a sense of adventure. $100 or best offer above $100. It's the fuck you futon. Inquire with Point Curation. He wanted a nice couch. He wanted a not nice couch. That's the not nice couch. The fuck you futon.
Fuck you futon.
Yes.
All right. And here's the second one in this series. Ugh. There is a scourge making its way through the greatest generation. A threat to the welfare of our most vulnerable family members as they enter their sunset years. Ranting Monkey. Ranting Monkey is a ravenous sexual predator, bent on taking down as much prehistoric poontang. Shit, I can't even read my... Ranting... God damn it.
Do you want me to mute myself?
No, I'm doing it to myself. It's not you.
Okay.
Ranting Monkey is a ravenous sexual predator, bent on taking down as much prehistoric poontang as he can get his damn dirty paws on. So if you have an elder female relative who might be a target for this Don Juan of decrepit derrieres, shit, call the FBI tip line. Your information will be promptly lost, but you can at least feel like you tried to help. This has been a public service announcement from Magnificent Bastard and the Ad Council. And I apologize, Mag Bastard, for laughing at my own shit.
That was a good one, though.
Prehistoric poontang.
Poon. I like that.
What's wrong with me? Okay.
Real quick, I just want to remind people, we are we're shilling Poppy's Save Poppy's Eye GoFundMe. It is in the description. If you'd like to donate there, please do so. It's very much appreciated. Lots of Poppy love. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. This one's a little abstract, but it became relevant last night. Have you been made the subject of humorous parody advertisements against your will? We here at the law offices of Ace Phoenix understand your pain and suffering. Being made the subject of unwanted humor can be a traumatic experience, and you could be eligible for compensation. Contact us today at 555-ACE-HOLE. We'll take your case, and we'll only get paid if you get paid. So now you know who to call when you're in a silly ad. Ace Phoenix, right? Phoenix, right?
Thank you. Thank you, Mashishu. Chat, don't let Weebo fool you. Her Twitter handle is actually Weebo. You can't go wrong with a 43-foot schlong, Jones.
Damn, right.
Here we go. This is the third one, I think. Might be the last one. After being fired from the Sunnyside Rest Home for impregnating 7 retirees, Monkey was just a lonely Lothario without anyone to give his loving to. Until one day, he spotted a pretty little octogenarian Pollock. Octogenarian Pollock, Weebo Jones, Nurse Weebo's grandma. Now the awkwardness is better than ever as Monkey works to woo the old woman into bed while Weebo is helpless to stop him. Can Weebo find a way to prevent the pervert from making out with the family matriarch? Find out in Sweeper Steven Presents Retirement Bone 2, The Gilf Factor. Was that a squeaky door?
That was me cringing internally.
Oh, God. All right. I think that's the last monkey versus grandma thing.
Is that it? Is it truly done? Is it over?
I think so.
Can I look yet?
Well, the ads are done. Me and Grandma ain't even got started.
No, the ads aren't done. Oh, well, those ads are done, yeah.
Grandma.
Okay.
I think I just puked.
Before they joined the Lords of the Night to battle social justice, they were merely two friends from opposite sides of the world. The Raging Monkey, whose anger is so powerful it can cause catastrophic explosions when unleashed. And Tailed Wallace, Scottish freedom fighter from the mystical city of Goat Thrapple. When the evil force known as Russian meddling threatened to tear the very fabric of democracy into tatters, the snarky Simeon and the spirited Scott knew they had to join forces to save freedom. See the amazing prequel to Lords of the Night versus Social Justice, Dawn of the Tongue Butter, as director James Cawley brings you The Prophets of Propaganda, a Lords of the Night story.
Thank you, Lawyer Dog. That's P-Dog Night to everyone else. Wait, Monkey Screwed in Octogenarian. Thank you. Thank you for using the word.
Octogenarian.
Yeah, I can't speak. Fish? No. We're talking. Weebo's grandma has a thing for me. She has my poster up in her bedroom.
No, see, I said Pollock, which could be interpreted as the painter or a painting, but that's also a fish, I believe. When I meant to say Pollock, and I didn't say it correctly because I'm reading. My eyesight isn't the best right now, guys, and so I kind of read things off a little bit, so I apologize for that.
No, my mom, my grandma, she's 84. She's up there. So octogenarian is correct.
Yeah. I remembered you saying she was 80 something, so that's why I put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got one. We got a few left.
That's just like banging 420-year-olds.
Oh God. All right. For about 70 cents, you can buy a stick of gum, cinnamon, or spearmint. For about 70 cents, you can almost buy something at the dollar store. But in retirement homes, for only 70 cents a day, you can bring a little lovin' into the lives of elderly women. Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and today we're going to talk about charity, specifically my charity, O-Face for Granny. For just a daily sacrifice of a stick of gum, you can make sure somebody's grandma always has a toothless smile on her face thanks to a little bit of monkey love. As a cheap whore, I'll take 70 cents to bang your nana. Hell, I'll do it for free, but a monkey's gotta eat. Your grandmother. So when you think about your grandma, think about her O-Face and how easy it will be to give her one.
I thought we were done.
This message has been, hold on, this message has been proudly sponsored by James Cawley Corporation.
I thought it was over.
Okay, maybe that is the last one. I can't remember.
Is that it? Is
maybe.
it
I think it is. I think that might be the last one.
You lied to
I
me,
think.
Scribe.
Well, it wasn't about your grandma. I said, it
was just about grandma.
The theme
grandmas.
was the same.
I know.
Wait,
okay.
So I'm not allowed to bang any grandmas?
No, you can bang your grandma.
I'm not banging my grandma.
I meant like Lady Monkey because she's your designated grandma to bang.
All right.
My grandma is off the table.
That's
Scribe, what about your
that's where Monkey would pert her. Shoot, yeah.
Oh my God.
Go right down on the floor.
Oh,
all right. Let me get through these.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
All right. When your gender dysphoria has got you down and you just can't stand the unsightly bulge of your biological baseball bat and ball sack, try Riley brand cock suppressor undergarments. Cock suppressors are the custom-made briefs and athletic supporters designed to deny your dick from making any unwanted declarations. Cock suppressors are made from 100% cotton for the most snug and comfortable compression that you'll forget you were assigned as a male from the moment you tug them on. Pretend your penis is a thing of the past with Riley brand cock suppressors from Peter Hades Incorporated.
Scribe, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the way that you say cock.
Cock. It's the James cock. Yeah, so I get that in there.
Thank you, Ozia Media. That's Yosef. I miss you guys. Keep up with the streams. We need to have you on again. I really enjoyed our last conversation.
Yeah, we should have Yosef on again. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3 left. Okay. And there's a movie poster for this one already because the movie poster was the request, and it's on Twitter.
Nice.
It's a comic book brought to life in the hyper-fantastic blockbuster Ranting Monkey versus the World. Lady Monkey is the fairest of them all, but she's been kidnapped by the evil Turtle Cave Corporation. Now, Ranting Monkey must battle his way through the 7 evil YouTubers to save his monkey love. The diabolical Some Dumb American, the sinister Satsu 2 Cents, the barbaric Irate Bear, the devilish duo Poisoning the Well, the wicked Weebo Jones, and the evil genius behind it all, the salacious Scribe. Will Ranting Monkey be able to survive the tidal wave of bad puns and vitriol to keep his honor and save Grand Monkey's sexy grandmother? Ranting Monkey versus the World, a Jordan 250 production.
I like that one. That was good.
That was weird.
Okay. And we got a weird one and then a serious one, and then we're done. So just as a preamble to explain it, this was requested as a job posting, not as a trailer ad or something like that. So that's how this is going to read. Wanted, trained law enforcement officers or military veterans to act as armed security for an elementary school. Applicant will be required to be licensed to carry a firearm and have completed at least one state-certified firearm safety course. Applicant will be required to submit to a full background check and mental health exam. Applicant must be both physically and chemically castrated. Those interested in this important and lucrative career opportunity should inquire with James Colley immediately. Because he wanted pedo-proof armed guards at schools?
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go.
Spicy.
And lastly, it wouldn't be an ad apocalypse without at least one research ad. And strangely enough, this is the only research ad I had. When one thinks of ancient Egypt, the image of the intricate burial of mummies from 3000 BC may come to mind. But did you know that the Egyptians were not the first to bury their dead this way? That honor goes back over 2,000 years to 5050 BC and half a world away. Mr. Baker Studios and the History Channel present a forgotten people of South America who were millennia ahead of their time. The Chinchorro culture of Chile and southern Peru lived over 9,000 years ago. Expert fishermen, they created sophisticated tools such as fishing hooks, fishing weights, and nets. They even practiced the art of tattooing, the earliest practitioners of it in the Americas. Through stunning special effects and expert analysis, see this ancient culture come to life in The Fisherman Mummies, The History of the Chinchorro.
Alrighty.
Cool. And there you go, guys. So Terry Diamandis, James Colley, you have the bounty on the open one. So when we get to chat time in just a couple minutes, zap me that, or on Twitter if I miss it somehow. And then Robert Chalk, if you're listening to this now or later, find a way to get in touch with me. I need to touch base with you on yours. And there you go. Prehistoric Poontang. What is wrong with me?
I think that was awesome. Guys, Weebo did not bring this up during her time, but she does have a stream right after this. It's competing with me and Satsu. So make sure you guys watch that after you watch me and Satsu's stream.
No, you should totally watch my stream first because we talk about something interesting every single time. It's not the same exact time.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on a second here. Okay. You two have competing streams going on at the same time, yes?
I've been streaming on Saturdays.
Okay. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I just got done reading 16 advertisements for things that don't exist. So one by one, both of you are going to give your best advertisement for your stream without being interrupted. And Weebo, I'll give you a minute to think it over, okay? Because I think about what you want to say, because I want you to try to pitch this as best you can, because I think it's only fair. Let me know when you're ready with something.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds good. You ready, Weebo?
Give me like 30 more seconds.
Okay, all right.
I gotta think about exactly what I'm gonna
I'll look at Monkey. Think about it for a second. I'll look at the chat for a minute here. Jericho Hill says, "Are you my mummy?" No. Let's see. Jericho Hill says, Scribe touched me in a bad way. No, wait. No. Who are you? I'm not reading you anymore. Hey, chat. Would you be a TIE pilot given the chance, says Death Hyrukin? No, because TIE pilots have no life support systems. That's one of the things the Empire did to be both cheap and efficient. That's why the TIE pilots wear those full encompassing suits, because there's actually no atmosphere inside the TIE fighters. They just have to live in those environmental suits.
Not to mention, the only time they were ever effective was the first run on the Death Star, and then they died anyway.
Yeah. All right, Weebo, are you ready?
I think so. It's not going to be as eloquent when you do an ad.
That's fine. That's fine. Your best pitch. All right, Weebo, go.
Between the hours of 11 and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can experience for 2 hours every Saturday the brilliance of fake accents, wonky debates, eulogies, and stories from people, namely older men, much, much older men than the 19-year-old just barely out of jail bait territory Weebo Jones, because that's always interesting. Engage with the 43-foot schlonged woman, and you will have a hell of a time. Trust me.
All right. Monkey, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, Monkey, what is your pitch for your stream after this stream?
Do you enjoy the weird shit Monkey comes up with? Do you think it would be more fun if he's yelling, "Get over here so I can fucking kill you"? Well, then you just might like the stream he does with Satsu. Listen along as Satsu and Monkey argue like an old married couple as they both get their asses kicked by fake zombies. There you go.
I think my ad was way better.
Nope. Ad for Weebo.
Boobs.
Bobs.
Ad for Monkey. Thank you so much. Nope. You had me at jailbait, says Schwansky.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Guys, it's pretty much chat time anyway, so let's go ahead and open it up to you guys. Questions, comments, concerns, things you wish we talked about, things you wish we didn't, anything you want to throw, now's the time to do it because we'll be paying a lot more attention to chat. If you have a question, make sure you put question marks at the end so we know that's what it is.
Death Hurricane says, also, Scribe, have you read the Thrawn trilogy? Oh, I read it back when it came out in the 90s. Those, you could only have had those Star Wars books as the expanded universe, and I would have been happy because they're so good. You don't really need anything else. But yeah, I've read them. I've got the audio books of them. Yeah, I love those books.
Oh, Captain Bramble says he wasn't impressed with either ad. How about this? I am going to hang out with a black guy. Weebo's not. Black guys are cool. We all know it. Come hang out.
Hey, if you join me for my stream, I guarantee you, if you've ever seen Jimmy Neutron, I will speak like his teacher, Miss Fowl. I do the best impression of her.
Still not cooler than hanging with a black dude. We all know it.
My dick is bigger than his.
I'm going to bang your grandma.
Oh, God.
No, you're not.
See, Satsu even says it. We are cool as fuck, though. It's true.
But I'm cooler.
Batty says, how do I get a boyfriend? A fishing net.
Wait, guys. The Hate Camel, his birthday is tomorrow, but there is no Sunday show. Can he get a happy birthday song? Absolutely. We haven't done this in a while.
I got this.
Oh, yeah.
Let me take a check. Because I want my voice to sound good as I'm singing horribly. All right, are we ready? And a 1, 2. Happy birthday. Come on, Weebo, join us. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear Camel.
Marble Man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I hope you have a really great day.
Feliz cumpleaños.
I haven't seen James Colley give me his ad thing yet. So
let's see.
What's the stupidest thing my boyfriend has done, BG? Oh boy, I have a story for you. It was New Year's Eve last year, and he decided to drink most of 3/4 of a bottle of Jack by himself in 2 hours. Before it got to be midnight. So at 10 p.m. I was holding his face over a bucket while he puked his guts out and half passed out on my knee. He got in trouble for that one because I didn't get my New Year's kiss.
I think Cryptic is still mad. He says that was hate speech. Thank you for the donation.
Angela Arriaga says, you sounded like a drunk deaf man, Scribe Light. I was doing my best Helen Keller, maybe. I don't know.
Happy birthday.
Let's see, James Colley still thinking.
Show and song if you don't be nice to me.
Miss Slim one says, this is the worst part to start listening to the stream, ? Is that a drum thing?
No. This is the beautiful part. This is where you guys get to tell us what we should talk about.
The pissed off Shih Tzu. No, he couldn't finish it because he was too busy puking it.
You know, Stacy also says you're right. Us black people are cool as fuck. Black people just have a coolness factor, and it's not fair. There's a white tax in this world where it's because you guys have darker skin and you look cool and everything. Us white people look like geeks, and it's not fair. And I think we need to have a telethon for Monkey.
Hey, Monkey, Jamar Coleman wants to know, why do you look like a brown testicle?
I look like a brown testicle?
Apparently your avatar does.
Now, do you mean the sack or do you mean the actual testicle? Because I've never actually seen a testicle.
Yeah, you probably don't want to.
And if you have, I'm wondering why.
Kyler, an old grump. Suggestions on what laptop to buy.
A good one.
I don't know. Shop around.
One that works.
It depends on what you're looking for it for. If you're looking for something just to surf the web or to do schoolwork, pretty much anything will work. If that is what you're looking for, make sure you get as much holding power as you can, the biggest hard drive you can afford. If you're looking to play games and stuff, then you're going to have to start looking into the processor speeds, what you're going to want to make sure it doesn't have that you're not using onboard graphic card. You're going to want something as a dedicated graphic card built in. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Monkey can be testy, says Data Wasteland. Yeah, fuck yeah, I can.
But that's the testicle joke too.
I see what he's going for, but I'm just pointing out. Yeah, I can.
What's the weirdest thing I've ever eaten, BG?
Greek.
Fried. Yeah. Fried octopus. I was thinking about saying my boyfriend's dick, but
what's weird about it? Is it crooked?
I said that for you.
Well, no, it's just, think about the concept of putting your face on someone's genitals and then licking them. It's weird. I don't know. It's just.
I think about that, but
I do it. I've done that before, and it's not weird.
I think it's weird. I don't know. It's just it's probably just me, but I feel like it's up there in terms of things that it took some convincing to do.
Okay.
What kind of convincing? Like, did he have to buy you something?
No.
Okay, just like verbal then.
It's not like he had to do it first to convince me that this is worthwhile doing.
So he
he had to do it first. You made him suck a dick before you would?
Yeah, hers, hopefully.
Well,
Mash asked me if I saw the tweet I was tagged in. I don't have Twitter open right now, so if you did it recently, I have not. Sorry.
Well, it's him doing the whole genital face sucking thing first, and then also like there is like one stipulation that I have. If he doesn't let me kiss him after I've done it to him, then we have a problem. Because
why?
Well, if I'm putting my face down there, he's got to get some of the residual shenanigans.
Wait, that's not fair.
Yeah, it is.
But if he doesn't, I mean, he's a dude, so he shouldn't have to eat dude stuff.
Oh well. He wants his dick sucked.
Anyway.
No, I'm really okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I know you're really something. Yeah.
What do you call an Asian racist? Raping you. Nice. God, I see a lot of orange here, guys. Hang on, let me go back. I was fascinated by Weebo making her dude suck a dick.
No, okay.
Would you fight a midget on Black Friday? It depends on what they were trying to take from me. I'll fight a midget. I'm all about equality, and I'll punch a midget right in the face.
Weebo, look out.
Thanks.
I got an HP Omen nice machine.
You have to catch me first, just saying.
I just trip you. Your legs.
Okay.
What else are we seeing here? BG says, Ranting Monkey, you've been a bitch about not doing it right. What are you not doing what right?
Eating out a woman, probably.
BG, oh, gotcha. That one time. And
all for
the record, I finished that shit right. We left that bedroom with her happy.
Yeah, okay.
As she should.
Stacey Gardner says, if you hang with the right black people, you can absorb the coolness. No, then you're just the white guy with the black guys. And
that's not cool.
No, it's cool to hang out with black guys. Don't get me wrong, but you're still the nerd of the group. A white guy hanging out with Urkel is still the nerd.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh. Harsh.
We're honkies, man. Snubber, thank you. Weebo, does that mean if he tongue butters your turtle cave, you would be duly bound to kiss? That's a good question. If he licks your ass, does he get to kiss you?
We're not doing the butt stuff.
Yet.
No.
Now, never. But wait, what if he talked you into it? Like, okay, I'll do you first and then you do me. Because that seems to be your rule.
Nope.
All right. What about butt sex? Would you make him like take it in the rear before you'd let him go in?
I gotta pig you first, boy. No.
These are good conversations I should probably be having with him at some point.
You should, yeah. I'm trying to help you out. I am Ranting Monkey relationship counselor right now.
Did you ever do the stream where you like ask him those dating a feminist questions?
No, because right around that moment, like, because I was only home for a month, the entire month. Anytime that we were about to do it, his room would start flooding.
Oh, okay.
Because he sleeps in the basement, so.
You keep him in the basement?
No. He sleeps in a basement. That's where his room is.
Does he have a neck beard?
No.
Oh,
okay.
What's he look like? Is he pretty? Is he a pretty boy?
That depends on what your definition of pretty boy is.
No, he's not. Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. I've said before, he kind of looks like Nightwing, except he's got way longer hair.
Okay.
And he's a little bit he's taller than me, but he's shorter than I would assume Nightwing would look like in real life. Less muscular, but he is pretty toned.
Yeah, taller than you is no great feat. So.
Oh,
how tall is your boyfriend?
He can put his chin on my head. Does that give you a reference? Because
how tall are you? You're like 4'3"?
No, 5'2".
No, so he's like
he's probably about 5'10".
Yeah, thereabouts.
Lady Monkey's 5'4"-ish, I believe, and I can do that with her, and I'm an even 6 foot. So I'm going with that.
Okay.
Frames. Okay.
We're good sizes for each other.
Why would you think Nightwing is tall? Nightwing is short as fuck. Haven't you ever seen him next to Batman?
Yeah.
I don't know how tall Batman is.
You got a super chat.
Thank you, Cyrano Jones. Geez, what's the point of having a Greek girlfriend?
I'm not Greek, though.
Yeah, she's Polish.
But you're studying Greek.
Oh, Yosef says he has some news.
Oh,
what's up, Yosef?
Baked Alaska channel got a strike.
Oh,
what?
Shit, we didn't go over YouTube drama. So did Sinatra tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
it was quick.
Yeah, because he was he wasn't showing something. He was discussing something.
What was he talking about?
What was Sinatra?
Yeah, that's what that's. I mean, I only got a little bit from Twitter. I never saw the stream, so I don't know what was going on.
No, it wasn't his stream that got struck. What happened is he got a strike in the middle of a stream, which caused the stream to end.
Right.
What?
But do we know why? Because I heard
Yeah,
rumors.
he did a video about gun control and stuff, and specifically about that town hall. Well, not I don't want to say specifically about town hall meeting, but the kids from that town hall.
Right.
You can still watch the video, as far as I know, on Sylvanas' channel. She had mirrored it earlier today.
Damn.
That's Sylvanas Dark Angel. That's where I watched it. I do not understand why this video got struck. There is nothing horrible in there. It's literally just him giving his opinion, which he's very nice about. I mean, he drops a couple of F-bombs and stuff in there, but he doesn't show graphic violence. He doesn't really describe it. He just goes over what happened, what we know. You know, the FBI fucked up. None of the things that people are saying would have actually stopped a school shooting for, you know, gun control. This was a stupid fucking video to get flagged. And the really bad part about it is it got flagged today, and the review process already got taken care of partially.
What?
Yeah, the flag was issued today, and somebody reviewed it and upheld it and gave him a community strike for it.
That's bullshit.
Yosef, what do we know what Baked Alaska got struck for?
What I'm curious about is why Matt Christensen's video is still up then, because he's done basically 2 videos on CNN and the kids, the town hall one specifically. What's the community strike? I'd love to know the logic.
Yeah, I don't understand why that one got struck. I really don't. And the only thing I can think of is that we do know YouTube lets the people who review this stuff make their own decisions on it.
Yeah.
Because I cannot see that his video was worthy of this. Guys, one more reminder. There is a fundraiser to help save Poppy's eye. Link is in the description. If you'd like to donate, please do so.
Wait.
Sargon versus the alt-right. That's the one that got struck. Wow.
Oh, wow. So, wait. Sinatra's second channel got struck?
That's the other part I don't know, because as far as I knew, he couldn't stream on his main channel.
Yeah, he has a second live stream channel. Yeah,
but people said that so I don't know if he suddenly just ended the stream. I haven't talked to him about it.
So,
or if something happened where that caused the stream to end. But yeah, in the middle of the stream, people suddenly it just ended.
If that's the case, then I got to find a new channel to do my debate on.
Snubber, thank you.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. You think it's because Sinatra, like Bake Alaska, are both supporters associated with Andy and Tonka? There's been a concerted effort against Sinatra for a little while. So I don't think it's necessarily related to the Baked Alaska stuff. The Baked Alaska stuff, yeah. Yosef says Monkey called it. We talked about this in Andy's stream. Some of the stuff that is on there, whether you like it or not, definitely violates YouTube's rules. I would hope what YouTube would do in these situations is just put it at an 18 plus. But there was in the Jared Taylor, what turned out to be an interview, was supposed to be a debate. Not that one. It was Nick Fuentes, I think it was, who was on there. During a debate, flashes a knife on the screen and threatens somebody. Now, it was a joke. It was absolutely a joke. It wasn't meant as anything else. But the whole PewDiePie situation was a fucking joke. PewDiePie was making jokes about people on Fiverr who will literally do anything for money. And he was pointing out how bad this is and how horrible it could go, which I think he demonstrated pretty well when he's got people holding up, kill the Jew signs.
Yeah.
But it was all jokes, and this led to the apocalypse. So there's all of this stuff. I mean, you got to be careful on YouTube, guys. You do.
Weren't you just talking about this on stream with Andy, though?
Yeah, that was exactly
one of the things that you brought up.
Yeah, it's exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I asked JF, I'm like, what would you do if you got hit for this? Because his big thing is, well, we're not going to cow to the YouTube rules. Well, if you're not going to, well, then if you get hit by them, what are you going to do in that case? And I don't want that to happen to them. Like I said, I really hope that YouTube would look at these and just put them behind an 18 plus wall. But when you have so much invested, like Andy and them do, if I was them and that kind of shit happened to me, you suddenly lose the ability to stream for 3 months. What the fuck do you do then?
Yeah, that would royally fuck you.
Let's see. Kara Zering says, Scribe, did you know diversity in comics is being threatened to be sued by a journalist for something he said in a video? Yeah, I saw that Mr. Medicare poster retweeted some stuff about Kurt Eichenwald sending him some crazy emails saying he's going to sue him. And yeah, I mean, there's a history of Kurt Eichenwald sort of doing himself more harm than good in his overreactions to things. But yeah, okay.
Well, did you see the video from Diversity in Comics?
No.
It was very innocuous. I mean, he just makes a couple of jokes. He does not actually accuse him of being a pedophile. Yeah. And Eichenwald just goes off on, he called me a pedophile. No, he really didn't.
Yeah. Oversensitive needs a safe space.
Oh, boy.
Attic Rat says, keep making new channels. Well, you can keep making new channels, but that doesn't necessarily mean your audience is going to follow you.
Yeah. That's another issue that you got to be aware of.
Yeah.
But that sucks.
It does. And I'm not a huge Baked Alaska fan. I think the way he moderates debates is horrible because he jumps in there. But I have no problem with them having the debates. But this is, man, I want no part of any fucking flagging war. These fucking people.
Yeah, no.
Like I said near the beginning of the stream, people need to learn to laugh, for fuck's sake. And if you don't like it, change the channel. And we talked about that on the stream too. But the problem is not everybody thinks that way. No. And you run into jackasses who do things like flag your channel over, like Sinatra's video. I swear to God, I do not understand why that got flagged. It makes no sense to me.
My chat froze.
Oh. No,
did chat freeze, guys, or did you guys stop talking to us?
I think they just stopped talking to us.
And yeah, somebody brought.
Sorry.
The next 6 minutes brought up that Suit Yourself lost his channel. Yeah. That one was even more fucked up because all his stuff was privated. He got hit on a privated fucking video, and it was the thumbnail for the video, for fuck's sake.
What the fuck?
If you could, would you have Diversity in Comics as a guest on Lords of the Night? Yeah, sure. I've never seen anything about him that would make me think he's unworthy of talking to.
I've had people threaten to report my channel, but it was only on the Nefertiti video, and it was just one comment.
The only thing I've been threatened to be reported on was Twitter, and the guy did it because I called him a retard like 400 different times. And he said to me that I can report you for what you said, and I said, well, stop talking about it and do it, pussy. And he did. And so that was my 1 day ban. You know what's funny? I got a 1 day ban for that, and literally I called this guy retarded like it had to be 30 times, and I got 1 day ban for that. Saying somebody was as sensitive as a clit got me 7 days.
I'm so sorry that you.
I'm still so salty about that one.
I know you are.
Ranting, what did you think of the bear pit? Did you make it on?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, Irie Bear's got this really great setup where he has 2 people on, and he actually has like a live video game sort of Street Fighter thing going on with their avatars on either side and health bars. And he takes away a little bit of health on either side if he thinks that the person's argument is weak or something until somebody dies and then they're out. Ooh. It's actually kind of interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You think you would host me in Radio 1? Because I need a new stream host now.
Well, as far as I know, and I haven't watched his show, but when me and him were talking about it, he was going to have more fun debates than like he would host a cereal is soup debate.
Gotcha.
All right.
And I think it's great. I think that is a wonderful idea to capitalize on the blood sports without having to get into the ugly parts of it. Yeah, just have some fun.
The blood
with it.
part.
Sinatra Strike was called harassment and bullying. That is crap. That is absolute crap.
Damn.
They stole the health bar from Magog's side quest. Yeah, he used to use that, but he probably talked to Magog first. They are friends.
Yeah, and Magog is a pretty good sport about that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
he's a good
Bear's
guy.
doing more like mud sports rather than blood sports.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's like Pokemon levels of blood sports.
Yeah, Jim Healy says he's treating it more like a game show. Yeah, he doesn't want to get into the ugly parts of it, but he still wants to have, some fun arguments on there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Rush Hour 4 confirmed. Do we really need a Rush Hour 4?
Is it really?
What's a rush hour for?
Rush Hour was who's the black guy? I forget his name.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan get teamed up for fighting crime. It's a buddy cop movie.
Buddy cop, yeah. Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. It still boggles me how successful those movies were, and just how much Chris Tucker ended up getting paid for them. He got like $12 million or something a picture, which is insane. But apparently those things were very, very, very popular. And the last one was like, what, in the early 2000s or something?
Yeah.
Now they're making a fourth one. I'm surprised Jackie Chan is still able to walk, let alone do any more stunts.
We actually went and
It's
saw Rush. Go ahead.
I got
What's
to
that?
scoot.
Oh shit! This has been flying by. Okay, Weebo, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks.
As much shit as I give you, I do love you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye, Weebo.
Throw away this shit sometimes. I'm a masochist? Yeah, masochist.
Yes, that's right.
Don't forget to watch her stream after you watch me and Satsu fight zombies.
Or you could just watch me instead.
Watch you do what?
interact with watch me go crazy. I don't know.
Whoa.
Go get your stream started, woman.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Sweetie.
Mwah.
Let's see.
Did I miss James Colley by any chance? I've been keeping an eye on it, but it's possible it might have slipped by. So James, if you have an idea, like I say, either put it in the chat or tweet me, or just let me know in the next show, and I'll work on it.
Barbara for You to See was flagged. I know they had put her one video in a limited state, but Jesus fuck, man.
Are they cracking down all of a sudden on everybody?
I don't know. They gave my last video a pass. I got the email today. You are approved for all monetization.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Yosef, I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter. I want to have you on again real soon. Out of Scribe and Monkey, who would win a race? I'm crippled, dude, and he walks everywhere.
Yeah, My legs are in excellent shape. They're hard as rocks. I would beat Monkey in a race without having to really break a sweat.
Monkey, are you pro Trump? I'm pro things that I think make sense and anti things I think don't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't support any politician based on them being who they are. I've never seen one who agrees with me on everything. So
here we go. Ad idea. Flesh out Monkey and Sat's stream versus Weebo stream. Must include Sat's running into stuff while on a bike and Monkey's rocket launcher.
Yeah, he won't let me play with a rocket launcher. Okay, so I find this rocket launcher with 5 rockets, and I fired it twice, and suddenly I'm not allowed to play with the rocket launcher anymore. Monkey, are you surprised they haven't made a Goonies remake yet? Kind of, but
remake? I hope not. Sequel with the original actors? That would be ideal.
Rancing Monkey, hey, you could beat Scribe on a race down the stairs. Hell yeah, I could.
Yeah, gravity kills.
What do you think of Dave Hogg now defending the 4 officers? I hadn't seen him doing that, but it doesn't surprise me. If you actually go back into his timeline, this dude is a hardcore liberal, as hardcore as you can be in high school. If you go back to the election time, he was very, very upset about Trump winning. So him being on being a leftist doesn't surprise me. But he's a pawn who thinks he's a player, and I think it's going to end badly for the poor guy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, now I just saw a little bit of it, but it sounded like he was kind of extending forgiveness / benefit of the doubt to the officers that stayed outside. That's the gist of it. Okay.
Yeah. But we're fighting there. The people on the gun control side are really not wanting to talk about this because that sheriff, he knew when he was up there on that stage what his officers had done. There's no way he didn't. Mm-hmm. And he was blaming the NRA for not being responsible. And As I said yesterday, I can understand people not wanting to run into gunfire. I understand it.
Sure.
But that is absolutely an abdication of their responsibilities that they had. So, Monkey, he's afraid you'll blow up the game. He just doesn't want me to have fun. Let's see. What else do we have here, guys? Did you hear about the Magnum PI reboot? Didn't we talk about that? Briefly? Because we didn't have a lot of...
Yeah, I think we briefly talked about it. I read an article on it the other day. Again, like Hawaii 5-0 and a whole bunch of other things they've rehashed. I don't watch regular TV anymore. It's either Netflix or what I see on the computer. So I don't care, really.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if they'll have Tom Selleck make any kind of like cameo or as a character otherwise or something. I think he's supposed to be playing Thomas. It's a complete reboot. It's not a sequel as far as I can tell. So,
well, they could have him play Higgins. Higgins was an older guy.
If Tom Selleck played Higgins, that'd be, he would steal every scene is the thing though, because Tom Selleck is so fucking charismatic.
Can I just point out, I mean, and yeah, this is going to be a gay moment, how beautiful that man still is.
Oh yeah.
He's like 90 and he still looks like he did back in the day. And I'm like,
did you see any of those, God, what are they called? He did a series of like mystery movies based on a novel series like Jesse something or other. Anyway, I hadn't seen Tom Selleck in any complete like regular cycle in many, 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 many years. But I looked at him, I thought, God, he's got to be a zillion years old now, but he still looks like he could kick everybody's ass around the block.
I mean, at least with Clint Eastwood, you can tell he's gotten older.
Yeah.
He still looks tough as nails, but he's definitely older. But yeah, Tom Selleck looks like he could play fucking James Bond if he wanted to.
Yeah, Jesse Stone, that's what it was. And also, if you guys want to see like really good show that kind of reminds me of the Jesse Stone stories, Longmire, you can get the whole thing on Netflix. Like Lou Diamond Phillips is in that thing. That is a great series. That series badass.
Are you guys going to watch Cobra Kai when it comes out on YouTube Red? I am.
Yeah. Monkey's going to, and he's going to tell me if it's worthwhile.
I don't see the purpose of debating gun laws. Nobody's giving up their guns. Deal with it. That's true. But if like you go back to the 90s, we did have an assault weapon ban.
Yep.
There are things that can be done. There are gun laws I don't necessarily disagree with. I just don't think that they should be trotted out because some kids died and now you want to pretend that it's going to stop kids from dying.
Oh, there was a great documentary I found on YouTube. If you just look up PBS Frontline NRA, they did it's a couple of years old now, but they tell like the history of the NRA in short form, but then talk about the modern incarnation and how things evolved from the 90s and especially Columbine and onward to where we are today. It goes up all the way through Sandy Hook because I think it was done just after Sandy Hook. And it's really interesting to see the news footage and the debates that were being had way back when and how like when Reagan was shot, that's kind of when everything started going in the direction of the NRA becoming sort of a political powerhouse. Anyway, it's you could take news footage from 20 years ago, play it today, and it'd be the exact same conversations. It's really kind of creepy when you watch it. So,
can somebody the Raz Dazzler says concealed carry is a bit sketchy, to be honest. I almost made a video on gun control, and for the moment I'm staying out of it because I haven't been able to get my wording right. But I saw this news clip. And I forget what state it's in, but they're trying to overturn the ability to conceal carry, because in that state you don't have to get a license to conceal carry, and it just makes me laugh because if you're a law-abiding citizen other than conceal carry, and you're toting around a gun that nobody ever sees, nobody's going to know it's there. So the idea that you have to have a license for that, I don't understand why you'd need a license for that. Because I mean, it's concealed. I mean, I get it. If you stop somebody and they have a weapon on them and they shouldn't because it's a concealed weapon, I'm fine. But for the most part, you're not going to know who's running around with a gun. To me, it's very much like, banning making schools no gun zones. If somebody brings a gun in there, you're not going to know unless they pull it out.
Yeah.
And at that point, I mean, there's bigger problems. Oh, let's see. Would you own a rocket launcher if you could? Yes, absolutely. I like watching shit blow up. We were asked if we saw Black Panther. You have. I have not.
I did. Yep.
Let's see. We have like 30 seconds left. So if you're typing anything right now, we're probably not going to see it. So we're just going to end it here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for the donations. I because of problems I've had with internet, I haven't been able to keep the GoFundMe open to see how that's going.
We're at $1,320 right now.
Sweet.
And so when we left last night, it was at $1,175. So between last night and now, it's gone from $1,175. Was it? Yeah, $1,075. I apologize. $1,075 to $320. Sweet.
God, that is awesome, guys. Was that Lady Monkey? No, she's in bed. She wasn't feeling well. So thank you for donating over there too. We love Poppy, and hopefully she can get this eye thing taken care of. Scribe, a pleasure as always. Weebo, I know you're not here anymore, but thank you for joining us tonight. And guys, your life makes me sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.